Zach and Jermaine had been planning this trip for months. The crisp mountain air, the challenge of scaling the rugged peaks, and the bond of friendship made this climb an adventure they couldn't resist. Both experienced climbers, they prided themselves on their ability to handle any obstacle the wilderness threw at them. But on this climb, they would face something no preparation could have readied them for. The ascent started early in the morning under a clear blue sky. The trail up the mountain was steep but manageable, with Zach leading and Jermaine following closely behind. They joked and chatted as they claimed the lightning, the effort of the arduous track. As they reached a higher altitude, the weather began to shift. A dense fog rolled in, swallowing the mountain in a thick, oppressive blanket. Visibility dropped to mere feet. The world around them transformed into a shadowly, unfamiliar place. "Zach, this fog is insane!" Jermaine called out, his voice muffled by the mist. "We should probably hold off until it clears." "I agree," Zach replied, turning to face Jermaine. "Let's find a spot to wait it out. There should be a ledge or something nearby." They moved cautiously, feeling their way forward with each step, but then disaster struck. Zach's foot slipped on a loose rock, and he tumbled to the ground with a shout of pain. "Zach!" Jermaine rushed to his side, dropping his pack. Zach grimaced, clutching his ankle. "I think it's twisted," Zach groaned. "I can't put weight on it." Jermaine examined the injury and nodded grimly. "We can't keep going like this. We need shelter until I can get help." They scanned the foggy landscape and spotted the dark outlining of an opening in the rock face. A cave. It wasn't ideal, but it would have to do. Jermaine helped Zach hobble over, and they ducked into the cave. Inside, the air was damp and musty. The cave stretched deep into the mountain, its walls jagged and uneven. Jermaine set Zach down gently, propping his injured leg on their packs. "I'll set up a signal for help outside as soon as the fog clears," Jermaine said. "For now, let's stay warm and stay put." Hours passed in an uneasy silence. The fog outside showed no sign of lifting. And then the eerie stillness of the cave was oppressive. Jermaine busied himself by gathering some dry wood near the cave entrance and starting a small fire. The flickering light cast long shadows on the walls. Suddenly, a low rustle echoed from the depths of the cave. Jermaine froze. Did you hear that?" Zach nodded, his face pale. "Yeah, what was that?" The rustling grew louder, accompanied by an unsettling screech that made their blood run cold. From the darkness emerged a hulking form, its leathery wings spreading wide as it screeched again. A giant bat, larger than any creature they have ever seen, loomed over them. Jermaine instinctively grabbed a burning stick from the fire, waving it towards the creature. "Stay back! Stay back!" he shouted, his voice trembling. The bat hissed, his glowing eyes fixed on them. Zach, despite his injury, grabbed a rock and hurled it at the creature. The bat dodged and lunged forward, its wings flapping with a deafening roar. The firelight reflected off his sharp fangs and talons. "Jermaine, a fire!" Zach shouted. "Use the smoke!" Jermaine shoved more wood onto the flames, causing the fire to roar to life. Filled the cave thick, the bat shrieked, flapping wildly as it retreated into the darkness, unwilling to face the growing heat and smoke. Breathing heavily, Jermaine and Zach watched as the creature vanished into the cave's depths. The fire crackled in the silence that followed, and they exchanged a look of disbelief. "What the hell was that?" Zach asked, his voice shaky. "No idea," Jermaine replied, "but I'm not sticking around to find out. As soon as the fog clears, we're out of here." The hours dragged on, the two of them keeping a wary eye on the cave's entrance and depths. At last, sunlight began to seep into the fog, and they heard the faint whir of rescue helicopters approaching. Jermaine lit a flare and waved it at the cave entrance. The helicopter spotted them, and soon a team of rescuers arrived. They helped Zach into a stretcher and guided Jermaine out the cave. They flew back to safety. Jermaine glanced at Zach. "Next time, how about a beach vacation?" Zach chuckled weakly. "Deal, man. No caves, no fall, and definitely no giant-ass bats." But deep down, both men knew they'll never forget the creature that haunted the heart of the mountain, a reminder of the wild's untamed mysteries. And that day haunt them, and it will haunt them for the rest of their days.